welcome to my YouTube channel. I hope you all are having a great morning. I'm sorry I didn't post yesterday. This weekend was a very bad weekend. Um, Pray for me, pray for my aunt, because we have some family things going on that should not be going on, but they are. And I would like to thank everyone for watching, following, and subscribing to this video and other videos, because it does help me with everything. And I am so sorry that things did not go as planned, but it's okay. Hopefully things will get better soon, because I am trying to move facilities, because this facility did something very unsafe to me. And that consists of transferring me without a Hoyer. If anyone sees this video, please do not put your family members here, because you get agency staff that don't know how to work with them, and that wind up transferring them without a Hoyer lift, and that is illegal per state regulations, because people like me and other people that are assessed to use a Hoyer lift are supposed to be using a Hoyer lift, and a Hoyer lift only, because if you do not use a Hoyer lift, you're breaking state law, and you're hurting the individual that you're working with. I do not agree with this, because I was hurt very badly and almost dropped in the floor. So I am transferring facilities, hopefully to get into a better facility in East Tennessee, because I am totally scared of that happening again. For my sake, it is a safety issue, and I am totally freaking out now. And I'm sorry it is so loud in the hallway, because it is an individual. Hello, hello. I am not okay. They transferred me without a Hoyer on Sunday morning, and I have scoliosis and cerebral palsy. So pray for me, pray for my aunt, pray for these individuals that still. Hello, hello, and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am feeling a lot going on right now, because I've had 2 major panic attacks this weekend, and It's Brandi is my name with an I, not with a Y. Um, I will always report facilities like this because it doesn't take much to hurt someone as well as scare them. And transferring me without a warrior, they almost dropped me on the floor, and I could have had a broken bone or a much worse injury. So, do not put your family member in this facility, no matter where you're at. Please do not send your family member to this facility for their own safety. Yes, I have severe scoliosis and I have cerebral palsy. So I do pray, I do meditate, and I do a lot of different things, but sometimes when things go on, it is very hard on me because it will sometimes bring back memories that should not be brought back. Um, if you can tell in this video, I haven't had a shower since Thursday of last week, so I am pretty upset because this should not be happening either. And I don't agree with what's happening in this facility. This facility is changing very much from what it was when I first got here. This facility used to be full of very good people that cared for their residents, cared about their job, but when the corporate DON came in, she changed that for everyone because we started losing staff members. And no, I do not have family coming to visit me right now because I'm 2.5 hours away from where they live. And with gas prices up, it is very hard for them to travel. And I am trying to move closer where my family can come see me, but it is getting very difficult, and I am not wanting to stay here, but after the 2 panic attacks that I've had this weekend, I do not need to be here, because that means I am not getting the proper health care, because I am having a lot of safety issues with this facility. And I don't want to continue having these issues, because I want better for myself, and I want to be near my family, because I know they will be able to come and check on me every day, most likely. And I want that because I need my family at this point, because this situation is getting worse, not only for me, but other individuals in this facility. I can't mention no names because it is HIPAA, but please pray for these people. Please send out prayers that either some of these people get out of here, or something changes for this facility, because I feel like this facility is going downhill. And for me to say that, and what I've seen, is very difficult, because the things I have seen, I should not be seeing. The lack of patient care, the lack of facility management, the lack of needing a unit for those who don't understand that their safety is necessary, because the lack of activities is an issue for this whole facility. And I will gladly say it. We have certain residents falling and getting hurt because there is not enough staff to watch them. Sometimes we have 1 to maybe 5 staff, depending on the day. And when we have 1, 2, 3 staff, it does not make it easy to watch these residents that get up and walk around. And in my opinion, they need a spot for them where they can have activities and participate in things that make them safe and where they won't get hurt, because I don't want to see them hurt. I don't want to see them having safety issues. I don't want to see them going to the hospital. I don't want to see this facility go under because of lack of staffing, lack of activities, lack of care. This facility is supposed to hold 80 residents. They are down to like 45 people right now. So they do not even have a full facility. One of the hallways and half of another is closed off. So that is a problem, because this facility should have more individuals, but they don't because of lack of care. And the reviews that are on this facility, and I'm not going to lie, seeing this is very different from the first two, or the first facility I was in. So I want to see this facility get stronger, not go under. Because I understand this facility has a hard time keeping staffing and keeping residents, but this facility should be a better place. I have been here long enough to understand that this is completely different than when I first came here. And that was in June of last year. I left and went to another facility in January of this year. I came back in April, and by the time I came back to this facility, it had totally changed. And a friend of mine that is here is very, very disappointed because they don't have enough activities to keep them busy. And this worries me because I'm an individual that likes to stay busy, and these people like their activities because it gets very boring when you don't have activities to do. And then people like me wind up going back to bed because it's not worth staying up when you're bored. And you wonder why I'm constantly stuck on YouTube. Well, this is why. My friends, this facility has gone downhill quicker than I thought it would. And this hurts me because these people that staff it are good people, but I'm sorry, they don't know what they're doing. And some of them don't have the degree to be doing what they are doing. So, yeah, this facility has been torn apart. Not in a good way. These individuals here, residents, whatever you want to call them, are my family. But it is time for me to go back to East Tennessee, where I belong, with my family, so they can make sure I'm getting the care that I need when I need it. Medically, mentally, physically, spiritually. It is a thing that I need and that everybody else needs. I take this very seriously because I already called the state, which is not normal for me because of what I know. And I am not wanting to see this facility go under because of their mistakes and the way they staff. I am scared, not only for me, but other residents. I mean, I pray, I meditate, I do everything I need to do, and I am still scared. I'm still having the most horrific panic attacks ever in history. And I don't want that. I'm on medication and I still have issues because I'm not on the right medication for me. And I'm not getting the health care that I need when I need it. And this is not a good thing because my health matters to me and my family. I'm only 33 years old with cerebral palsy and scoliosis, anxiety and depression, schizophrenia, arthritis. You know, and with all this, I still keep going. I don't know what makes me keep going, but I keep going because giving up is not an option. Giving up is a thing that quitters do. And you know what? I'm not a quitter. Um, Thanks to my grandmother that passed away in 2007. I believe in the phrase, can't, never could do anything because I've succeeded in life because of that phrase. Because I push myself to do what I want to do. I push myself to be better because of the things that I went through as a child and as an adult. I push myself to see what is best for me. And this place is not best for me. It is not helping me. It is hurting me because of the lack of care and the lack of activity, as well as the lack of staffing and the lack of professionalism. I believe and have faith that there are better things coming in the near future for people like me. I know I said at one point I was going to community living, but when I started having major panic attacks, I decided instead it was time to switch facilities and get health care outside of that next facility. This decision was made for my safety because I do need a lot of care and a lot of assistance with a lot of different things. Mentally, physically, spiritually, I need help. And I'm going to find that help somewhere, somehow, and in some way. Because I know God will make a way for me to find that help, because I know this opportunity was only temporary to stay in this facility and meet the residents that have the ability to communicate, even some of the ones that don't have the ability to really communicate. They have the ability to smile. And, you know, that makes a difference for me because of who I am. You know, that song, Spread a Little Sunshine, well, that's what I try to do. But I also try to shed light on situations like what I'm going through. Because I feel like people need to see what we go through on a day-to-day basis. It's different than what it used to be. It's totally strange from what it used to be. I don't know. I just want an opportunity to be me, to spread the joy that I always spread to some extent when I'm not having my own issues. And I just want to spread the gospel to people who need it, who want it, who understand it. Because that is what everyone needs on a day-to-day basis. These facilities that I have been in, the first one had services any day of the week when it was scheduled. The first one had activities on the weekends that made a community. The one I went to after I left in January had activities on the weekends that also made a community, that made individuals happy, that made people come visit, have fun with their family members. And you know, people were around more. And now, in this facility, I hardly see family members coming to visit, including my own. And that is difficult to see for anybody, including myself, because I know what people need, and that is family, faith, and good health, and plenty of activities to keep us active. So please, again, pray for these people. Pray for me. Pray for my aunt. Matter of fact, pray for my family, that God would give us strength and help and understanding that what we're going through can be fixed. Pray that we can be set free from everything that is going on. Pray that we can all say that Satan needs to get behind us and leave us alone. Because even though I have that in my head every day, you know, sometimes it doesn't happen. Sometimes the devil gets the best of me. When I'm having panic attacks, when I'm hurting to the point sometimes I can't breathe, I can't sleep. You know, strange things happen in this world. And sometimes I just wish I understood why. Because people like me want things different, but sometimes don't get things different. And I don't understand that, but I know in due time I will understand that. I just wanted to get on here and make this video because I felt like people needed to understand it's not a community anymore. It's an energy drainer for people like me that have faith and want the activity. It's not happening anymore. And I'm sorry to say, but it's time for me to go. It's time for me to move on from the negativity. It's time for me to say, I don't have to put up with this anymore. I'm not going to. I love you guys. And please subscribe, follow, and share this video. I'd appreciate it. Thanks. Have a great morning. Goodbye.